This is my number one recommendation. Zach from Foreplay was like, "Don't do it, Jack. You're retarded." But I bought an iPad as like a second screen, and oh, it's amazing. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like wirelessly connected. Your cursor just moves off of your trackpad on your laptop. If you're a laptop guy, I'm a laptop guy. Um, your cursor just moves off the screen onto the iPad, and then you can put anything on it, right? Like I can just drag and
Yeah.
drop different windows from my MacBook onto the iPad. It's rad.
You know, I'm not a laptop guy, so I don't do the iPad thing, but I do have this screen and two others. So,
Hmm.
big fan of the multi-screen. This screen is essentially just my calendar, and this screen is just Claude and
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Codex.
that seems
Yeah.
pretty good. Hey,
And then this is
um,
like my, yeah, main workstation, let's call it.
dude, I'm jealous. I should like at some point. I did it once. I got this like big curved screen, so I could fit everything on it, and then like a desktop computer. And then I moved and I sold it. I was like, okay, I don't need this anymore. I'll sell it. And since then, I've been like, okay, the laptop setup is it's nice and agile. I can move around with it. If like the baby's
Yeah.
crying, move the laptop.
That's true, but like I have a brand new desktop, Apple. First of all, it's
Mhm.
not very expensive. Second of all,
No,
it's pretty easy. I mean, it's not easy to move around the house because you have to unplug it and plug it back in. But it's light, so if you're actually moving or traveling, it's not that hard if you wanted to take it. And the second and third screens, they're so freaking cheap these days for
right.
even really good ones. My new one I just got was like $80.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
awesome.
kidding. It was
That's
just
killer.
some random
Um,
brand off Amazon that was like 4.8 stars and $80. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And it's
Yeah,
good.
dude, I never got in the whole like Mac Mini craze for the OpenClaw, but I did get a Mac Mini because I was like, okay, I've got a use case now. First, I thought it was like
Yeah.
Dispatch, and then it was actually just writing things to run on the Mac Mini like round the clock. So I've got two things that are running on the Mac Mini right now. I'm not sure why it's doing this with the screen share. One is like basically an instantly clone, so it's like handwriting emails for me using like a browser. So I'll open up it'll open up Gmail, and then it'll send an email. And then it can also log itself back in. So you can see here it says to keep your account secure. Right, I had to give it all of the creds for these different sending accounts, so it's gonna log itself
Yeah.
back in now here,
Yeah.
and then use a passkey and stuff. Um, so that's one of the things that runs on this machine, right? It's doing the cold outbound via all of these different email accounts, right? It's just logging back in a few right here. Um,
Yeah.
and then second one is the creator outreach. So for e-commerce brands, right, it's like messaging a bunch of people on Meta because Meta don't have an API for their creator marketplace yet. So like computer uses the browser to send a bunch of messages for my brands. Um,
Yeah.
so that's fun.
That's cool.
But I didn't do the whole OpenClaw thing. Did you ever try it out?
Yeah, yeah, I have one still actually that we've just it's the like hype has gone down on OpenClaw, um, whether it's because some people are more using Hermes or just like Claude or Codex or whatever. But OpenClaw, if you set it up right and customize it, in my opinion, it's still like, well, depending on how you're using it, it's still like the most powerful thing you can have. Because like my
Right.
OpenClaw, well, I interface with it via iMessage, so that's how I use my OpenClaw, and it's at not my home office, it's at my work office in
Mhm.
Provo, Utah, um, and so it's always connected to the internet. Obviously, it's on a Mac Mini setup,
Mhm.
and it's connected to the latest version of Codex and ChatGPT and Claude, but we also have built in a few different Chinese models to it
Nice.
as well, right? And it just does whatever I tell it to do. And when it's like on a break, it's just doing sort of like regular on a break tasks, like cold outreach or whatever. So
Oh,
yeah, it's cool. I mean, it works 24/7 for me. So yeah,
that's killer. Yeah, I need to get
yeah,
it set up. I feel like there was so much hype, and I was waiting for the dust to settle to figure out if it was like worth setting up. And I think all the fears were overblown. People saying, "Ah, it's going to hijack your email and send a bunch of emails you don't want to send." people are obviously like finding all the edge cases where like if you're an idiot, you can like destroy a bunch of stuff. But I think it seems like it's a good tool. Like some of the people I
Oh,
know
it's
using it
awesome.
are using it well.
I,
Yeah.
I did this one thing and I posted about it on Twitter a few months ago and it kind of went viral. But I told it to, um, I had it find companies. I had it find like boring business companies. So like
Hmm.
landscapers and HVAC companies and stuff like that. So I had it find me a bunch and the like we're ranking in Google, let's say, but who didn't have websites. And then I had it make them websites and then print out postcards with the QR code where they scan it and it would show them their website preview and then mail their postcard and then call them to see if they got their mail with their free website preview. Anyway, we have now like $9,500 in MRR from that crazy weird experiment of
Oh
companies
yeah.
that paid us for their website and or hired us for their marketing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I wonder how much of like I wonder how much of this is like for the early adopters, and then how much becomes actually for the business owner themselves, and they don't actually need an implementation person. I think that there's always
Yeah.
going to be a space for implementation because what's at like the frontier, like what's at the edge of like what's possible, is always going to be sought after, and it's not going to be as intuitive as like what's intuitive today in, I don't know, ChatGPT or Claude, right?
Yeah.
There are people using these tools. Like I'm sure you saw the Codex ChatGPT merge, so it's now one tool. I love it. I think it's the best thing
Yeah.
ever. But it just
Yeah.
like it reminds you how many people are using a version of ChatGPT that's totally different to the version of ChatGPT that other people are using. I speak to people all the time. They're like,
Right.
oh yeah, I use Chat to find out like what I'm gonna eat tonight. To get me like a recipe or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just these products are used in such like vastly different ways that I think that the boring business owner, and I say boring, but like the
Yeah.
person who specializes in something that's not super sexy, it's not marketing, it's not like making websites or whatever it happens to be, and they want to focus on that, right? But they need service providers that get things done really efficiently, right? Because like, dude, do you remember what it was like working with a Shopify Plus web development agency in the past? It'd be like what, 6 to 12 months to get your
Yeah.
website done. And this is
Yeah.
like this is Shopify era, where it takes like a few minutes to get a website up and running. You look at like Baseball Lifestyle 101, and they're
Yeah.
rocking the Dawn theme, right?
Are they
And
really?
that's still, they might be. I'm not sure. At one point, they were rocking the Dawn theme. And I think they were
Aren't they like
running.
over 100 mil in revenue?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is Dawn anymore. I mean, it doesn't look like Dawn. Maybe it's like just
Well,
highly
it does look like a theme though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it looks like a
Yeah.
website, right? And that's what, part of the magic of
Yeah.
Shopify. It's look at this,
They've
right
got
side
a broken.
aligned.
Yeah, I know. They've
Yeah,
got a broken image too near the bottom. I don't know if you saw that. We should. That's crazy. But
these
yeah, these
people
guys
don't
are
care,
killing it.
bro. They
I
don't
know.
care because like I get my cool shorts, and these shorts are cool, right? Like look at this. If you're like a teenage kid, you love playing
Yeah.
baseball and hanging out with your
Yeah.
friends. These shorts are sick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this might be Dawn, just like customized Dawn a little bit. But I guess every Shopify Plus uh, agency is building off of like the bare bones and then stacking a bunch of cool
True.
stuff on it.
But somehow, like I'm sure you know, like the Van Group. Those guys are still killing it doing like high-end custom builds. You
Yeah,
know who I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah, no, I don't know Van Group, but yeah, I know similar agencies.
It's
Who are Van-
it's so they do like they just did like Haley Bieber's site and Kylie Jenner's site. They do like high end stuff. Whose else did they just do? They did Lola Blankets, so they did Road Beauty, Hexclad. They did a Hexclad site. So they do like really
Oh yeah,
really
these
cool
guys seem like
stuff.
the real deal. They're doing the coolest websites out there. I mean, like,
Yeah,
but this is what I mean by like, there's always going to be an appetite, a market for like what's happening at the edge, right, of
yeah,
like what's possible. Um,
yeah,
Yeah, did I show you this the other day with this outreach that I was just showing you on the Mac Mini? It's firing off messages to um, creators. I managed to get through to Jeremy Bieber, who is Justin Bieber's dad.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he's what did I say? Like for what did he? How did he reply? Oh yeah, this is it. Let me pull it up here. Hey there, do you work with skincare brands? Let me know if you're interested in sending you a sample, right? And I sent the page for my skincare brand. And he said, I use Haley's Rhode, but it's obviously a woman's brand. My whole family uses it, but I'd be interested in trying what you had. And dude, so I looked him up afterwards, and no disrespect to Jeremy Bieber, he just seems like a cool dude. He seems like a, rough around the edges, funny kind of guy. So I sent him a massive box, dude. Every
Oh yeah.
product across every brand, I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, well, a bunch to him. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he's like, I just have so much of this. I'll just, I give some to my friends and my family, and
Yeah.
it can trickle over to a few more people. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome. As long as it doesn't get back to his daughter-in-law.
I mean, hey, not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. But this is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to do here is actually set up the same thing on YouTube. I'm not sure if you, I'm sure you have. I'm sort of preaching to the choir a little bit here, but there's this new beta feature. It's not all that new. Like about 6 months ago, I worked with Chase Chappelle. Do you know Chase?
Don't. No.
He like works with Doe Media and he makes a bunch of like videos on marketing on Instagram and stuff. But
Okay.
they recently launched their own like YouTube creator partnerships thing in beta, and it's basically like a
Okay.
directory if I want to find jewelry creators. Um, and the filters are pretty good, but they're not like URL parameter set, so I have to like I'm finding like creative ways to filter for the larger creators, right? Um, and one of them's good. I think you can set the audience location. Let's see, add filter, audience location, United States. Because obviously not super interested in creator locations in the United States, and then their audience location is in Southeast Asia. That's not
Yeah.
super interesting to anyone, right?
Right.
Um, but yeah, I'm building an automation for this because apparently they have an API for this, so I can search, send messages, initiate partnerships, and launch partnership ads through the API. All of this is like documented and it's in their dev docs, but it's only available through a rep, and I'm not big enough to have a rep
I
in
didn't
there.
know it
Like,
was only. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah, it's not in there like publicly available APIs. You have to have it get like approved by a rep. Um,
Yeah.
So, so yeah, I'm waiting to get through to a rep and then hopefully um, get API
Well,
access because
uh,
I get
yeah, I
why
know
they
we're
put it.
doing this for some clients, but I didn't know that they're basically gatekeeping it. I
Hmm.
guess it's just because it's new, and they want to make sure it gets rolled out well. But
And they don't want like a bunch of YouTubers getting spammed by people who aren't vetted, I guess, because it's like the outreach piece is, I guess, the piece that they want that Meta are doing the same thing. You can't
yeah,
send TikTok, you can send via API. So like, tools like Yuka or Refunnel or whatever it
yeah,
happens to be, you can send like tens of thousands of messages a day if you're a brand. But like if you have too many people doing that, then eventually creators, especially the
yeah.
big creators, are just inundated with messages, and it's not possible to, actually start doing business with people, right?
Or if you have
Um,
a Mac Mini that's just always doing cold outreach, that's
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean,
which is what you're doing.
but people, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I feel like people are kind of used to, what's it called? They're kind of used to getting a lot of emails. And I'm
Yeah,
not sure
yeah,
about your emails, but my cold outreach emails are very like, I want to help you out, right? It's not like,
yeah,
hey, I want to help you out, but send me money. It's like, hey, this thing is free, try it out, right? So
yeah,
hopefully, it's not, when I get a couple messages every now and then, it's just like stop in capital letters. I'm like, okay, all right,
yeah,
you won't get any more emails.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, the idea is really to just introduce them to something that they might be interested in. I don't want to email anyone that's like not the right person for the product,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I feel like,
yeah, for sure.
waste
Yeah,
of everyone's time. But
yeah,
yeah, hopefully we can get this. I can get this rocking and rolling because computer use agent send the messages is a bit a bit of a crazy
Yeah.
process. Not
Yeah.
super scalable either, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, what are you working on? Let's
Can
check
I
it out.
share my screen? Or you're sharing yours, right?
Yeah. I'll cancel my screen share and you can open up your screen.
Okay. What one? This one. Here's an idea. You can see this, right? You tell me what you
Yeah.
think of this.
It
Okay,
looks
so
sick.
this, I want to make cool ads like these, but for my AI company. Because I feel like not enough cool ads exist, or brands for that matter, in the B2B space. And that's what I really want David AI to be, is like the epitome of cool and sort of timeless at the same time, while being on trend in any given moment.
Dude, this does look so good. But like, how
And
much
I,
of this is taste and not something you can just like automate? I mean, look at this. This is killer.
yeah, no, I know. So I got to figure out, is there an AI tool that I can use to make this, or do I just have an actual designer, human, make these? But I love like this one where it's the same exact logo in the middle that never changes, other than going from black to white to gray. This one
Right.
changes
The text.
just, yeah, what it actually is made out of. This one has that consistency there in the middle, but the rest is like very different. This one is kind of like that first one. So I want to do different versions. And this one actually has no consistency. It's just like all cool images and sort of techish vibes.
Right.
But yeah, that's just one thing that I've been thinking about lately. Literally like the last 3 days, because I think I saw this one first, and then of course the algo changed so quickly to where this is all I'm seeing for like the next 10 minutes of scrolling. So yeah, first question is, what do you think
Oh, it's beautiful.
of
I
the
mean, if you can
idea?
do that, if you can automate that,
Yeah,
I mean, but like, I guess all of these things are like human plus machine, right? You have to figure out like,
yeah,
how do you make sure it uses the right images? Because like every
yeah,
frame there, and then the high contrast thing, like one is black and the one is white, so it has this like flashing effect and it looks very dramatic. Yeah, I imagine it can get
yeah,
that right, but then like actually images that you like, and each frame, because it's got to be what, like, I don't know, uh, 40,
put the
50
logo.
distinct frames in those videos, right? How do you make sure
Yeah,
that all of them
probably.
are cool and one isn't just like, I don't know, Bart Simpson with a bunch of tattoos and piercings? You know?
Yeah, what would I want to see how good Claude Code can give it a shot. Um, it actually, I had it made a couple of videos the other day. It was actually pretty good, but it was nothing like this style. Um, make an ad for I'll do that prompt in a sec. But yeah, by next stream, I'll figure this out. Whether I had to have a human do it or a machine, I'll let you know. But
Yeah, dude.
I
I
thought it
mean,
was,
this is my favorite one by far. I love the
yeah,
contrast.
yeah,
Like, it looks so good.
yeah,
But I have no idea what the app does. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it looks cool.
Um,
Like that cool factor, but I have no idea what it does.
I don't know if Claude Code can see this. I don't. So I don't know if you saw, but Claude Code now, you can launch a browser inside of Claude Code, which I don't know if you have to. That was literally like a few days ago. So yeah, it's looking like, I don't know how to add it yet. I haven't actually added it. But like you
Yeah,
can
no,
just have a full browser in here, which I want to have. Have you done that yet?
no. Dude, I'm not sure if you saw, but like pretty much 99% of my workflow is in Terminal, not in like Claude Code
Oh, really?
UI. yeah, Codex.
Yeah.
I prefer the UI for Codex. Let me see if I can pull it up, which
Yeah.
is not Codex anymore. I guess it's chat. Um, let me just
Yeah, I'll
make sure
find
that, yeah,
out.
okay.
The
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
why. Oh, keep going. Keep going.
I was just saying that like I like that I can pull in Claude into a chat with Codex, and I can pull in or
Yeah,
GPT,
that's
and then I can
nice.
pull in GPT into a chat with Claude, and then I'm not like locked when I'm in the UI to any one model. I want to add in a couple of the Chinese models. Like Kimi got a lot of attention the other day, and then like went
Right.
down, so I can't start using Kimi. And then Grok got a lot of attention for the wrong reasons. Um, so maybe I'll use Grok, but I don't know if I trust it. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. It's all over
No,
baloney.
I mean they bought Cursor, so I think it's gonna get pretty sick. I think it's gonna be really good. Because
But did you hear
SpaceX.
what was happening with Grok? They were like uploading everyone's repos like
Well, yeah, yeah. Like
without
I'm
people's
not using it
consent.
right now, but I'm saying I think the future will be pretty solid because they bought Cursor.
Yeah, let's see
Yeah.
here. What was it? Yeah, they were cloning entire repos. Um, this is just like this just happened recently.
I saw
It
another
was
one. Was it Grok that like deleted all the files off of someone's computer?
I don't know. That seems like a skill issue. That seems like user error. But like
Yeah, I know.
this is just weird. I don't know if it's actually like a real thing or if it's just noise, you know? But
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
when there's
yeah,
like a
true.
security concern, it's like it does make you think, hey, is this the right tool to be using?
Yeah.
And they're all kind of gay, and I don't mean like gay as in homosexual. I don't give a shit what what gay people do all the time. But they're all kind of gay in that they're trying to protect you, and you'll like prompt a certain thing, and they'll be like, you need
Yeah.
to make sure you're a trusted cybersecurity expert or whatever it is before we'll let you do this. It's like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. Just do the thing I told you to do. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah,
I'm
for
not.
sure.
I'm not hacking anything. I'm just like building stuff with them.
Yeah.
I think Claude takes the cake for being like, the most gay, but GPT hits me every now and then with no, I can't do that for you. I'm like, why? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay, let
Was
me
it able to
see
see the
here.
video?
Can you see this now? The reason why why I'm intrigued about this is I think in the near future, well, for sure from in a year from now, I think that the primary way that people are going to browse the internet is going to actually be through ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. It's going to be through one of those three. And because the browser will be fully built in, but then whatever the AI that they're using the most is, let's just talk like regular consumers here, not like B2B builders or like marketing machines.
Right,
Okay.
right.
I think so. Like my wife, she just uses ChatGPT. Once she can fully browse within chat, and the AI knows her as well as it will. It already knows her well, but a year from now it'll know her even better. And once she feels comfortable enough to upload a credit card to ChatGPT to have it make the
Right.
purchases for her, then just all her browsing, she's just gonna fire off the prompt and be like, look at the last 3 dresses I bought. I need a new one for this thing. I need it to be these colors. Give me the best, browse for me and give me the best 5 options. And then it'll do that, and then it'll give her the best 5, and then she'll just say buy number 3. It'll be done. Like that's how I think browsing is going to evolve. Same with questions or research or whatever, or hiring a landscaper or whatever. I think all of browsing is going to be, well, I think all of browsing is going to be that within 5 years, but I think a big chunk of that is already going to be true in 1 year. And
Yeah.
I don't really
Oh
see
no,
anybody talking about this now, but
100%.
yeah,
But, and I think we're starting to see people talk about this like right now because of Kimi, even though Kimi's run out of compute, and obviously they're gonna have to raise their prices to continue to service all the new demand. Um, I don't I don't understand the token business. I don't understand selling intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Without like, because IP laws aren't going to protect you because this market's moving too fast. You can't get regulation to like to stop competitors from taking everything that you have and being able to provide it at a lower cost, right? Because they didn't have to fund, just being able to provide it at a lower cost because there's just so much competition. There's so many different participants in the market. Yeah, I don't know how you build a moat on ideas and intelligence. I think all of these platforms are, obviously there's a frontier, right, that Claude and GPT
Right.
are working. But I don't know how you defend that frontier when we're months, if not weeks, if not days away from everyone having access to that intelligence, like Kimmy has just achieved. I do think the service side of this is so much more interesting. How can you take this intelligence and actually do something useful with it for a business? And like there are just so many businesses, so many services in the act of serving each other, right, and providing goods and services to each other that could be improved with intelligence, right? But actually selling the base intelligence itself, when that seems to be super abundant, that's like air, right? Imagine trying to charge a premium on air. Sorry, I've got my own air. I don't need your marginal air. Like I've got all of my needs met for air.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. I think
Well, and even Sam Altman, he said like a year ago, he said that the cost of compute will eventually approach the cost of power. Like that's how they've already been thinking about it. It's just an energy source or whatever you want to call it. Power, air, compute, tokens. Like that's the base layer, and it behooves many people to be able to produce more tokens at a cheaper cost, with more sustainable energy sources being the power behind the scenes. That I think, we've already seen this trend this way, but I think the token cost by token is going to continue to just become so incredibly cheap, which is good for anyone who's building on top of it.
Right, yeah. But building on top of it is the purpose, right? The intelligence.
Right.
Like if your goal was just intelligence,
Yeah.
and that's your product, that's
I would be
tough
nervous.
product to sell when everyone's going to have it, and everyone's going to have the very best of what's available today. It's going to be like mediocre next month, right? Like this is just such a fast innovating industry where it's like flat screen TVs from like 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They used to be multiple $1,000s. Now it's like, I don't want that shit. I want the new thing. Or like iPhones, right? This industry moves so quickly. It's probably going to be the fastest moving industry, way faster than like consumer tech. That we're gonna end up with. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I just don't think that. I think it's a great time to be in it now, right? Selling intelligence, right? Look, me and you, we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on AI from these companies. But I don't think that's going to be the permanent future, right? There's going to be a future where this is all just as accessible as Google search, right?
Yeah.
And it's all actually, extremely cheap. The things that you do with it that are useful, right, are probably going to be the thing that, the thing that commands price, as opposed to the like you said, the base layer intelligence, right?
Yeah, I agree.
See, this is what I mean, right? It's done an okay job at like generating some images along the theme, but they're all gay.
No, it's not cool. And they need to be cool like this, or or this. Like these are cool. But it's just tapping now. It's because I have Higgsfield connected, so it's tapping into Higgsfield. It's giving Higgsfield all these mini prompts. Futuristic city skyline at night with holographic projections and flying drones. Like that's not cool to me. Neon blue and purple lights, rain slick streets. Like this is AI of 2 years ago. I don't want that. I want So I'm gonna have to keep workshopping this.
To my to Claude and Codex, and I feel like it just does so much worse a job than when I put my designers in Higgsfield. When I put my designers in Higgsfield, they spend so much money, but they tend to like make some stuff that's good. But like via MCP, it all feels like you said like 2 years old. It doesn't feel like it's
well, and I mean, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of a ad is to stand out and generate clicks and leads or revenue. That's not going to happen with if I were to use these. this is not going to stand out, in my opinion.
This is one of the promises that I really wanted from AI, from Higgsfield to like fulfill, because like
Yeah.
creatively AI's got so good at making images, at making video, at making it more believable, and over time it seems it's just getting so realistic and so cool as well. And from tools like Higgsfield, I really wanted that like taste layer to get added in. You
Yeah.
see that with Higgsfield Soul and some of the like selfie images that come out of Higgsfield, and you're like, oh wow, this is incredible.
Right.
This looks like a legit just person, whether it's a image or it's a video. But then, yeah, I don't know. MCP, Higgsfield MCP, I just feel like I'm getting so
Yeah.
much of garbage.
I mean,
Right?
in a vacuum, like whatever, this image, like sure, it's great. It's a great image if I wanted a satellite orbiting Earth. And 5 years ago, if I saw this image, I would just assume that it was a real image, right? Like not
Right.
created by AI. Or if I wanted, whatever, if I wanted to see, get out of here, I don't want this. If I wanted to see, I don't want this. A Tesla, like, okay, that's a real looking Tesla. But yeah, this is just, it doesn't have taste. That's true. I wanted to comment on this before I have to jump. I decided, since everything I do is basically with AI these days, I wanted to start a landscaping company, like an actual one, landscape design and a landscape installation company, let's call it, not like a mowing your lawns company. So I wanted to start one, but I thought, well, I'll start it with AI and I'll grow it with AI. And then once I get jobs, I'll fulfill the jobs with AI and hire the crews eventually. Like I'll just outsource the actual work. And then, but see if I can turn it into a real legit business
Oh
long
yeah.
term. So I had Claude do the research to decide on the market location, the actual industry, and then it did the name and the logo and it did the site. So I'm just going to be chronicling this over time because I think more and more people obviously are going to want to upgrade their IRL experiences, whether it's events or their home or whatever, and enjoy the opposite of AI. So I thought, okay, well, let me try to capitalize on that simultaneously. So,
Your attention is in the right place, hey? From David to this, it's like, hey, okay, so what is the actual things that we can make better in the real world where like a customer wants this done? There's just like, there's efficiency problems that we need to solve. I love this, by the
yeah,
way. Like, because you're almost, I mean, this is the sort of the front, if I'm understanding it right, for
yeah,
a marketplace app where you
uh-huh,
connect buyers and sellers being the the home service providers with buyers,
yeah,
the people who want like premium. It seems like premium, right? Home
yeah, yeah,
services. So, so this is the front end. This is like how do we sell it? It says
uh-huh.
serving all of Utah County. Are you gonna spread out and have like all of these different local areas so that if somebody Googles, I don't know, somewhere in Arizona, you still come up, right? Because
Yeah, I
like
think that's
hypothetically,
part of my
what's in Utah,
plan.
right?
Yeah, that's part of my plan, and part of that is because I think it is a hole that can be filled, but also it's because like landscapers, I'm sorry, they aren't that good at marketing or or even like operating and scaling their businesses.
Right.
So I think there's a hole here that would be a fun one to fill.
Right, and that's a service by default. Like, you could have, I don't know, a landscape marketer, right? Somebody, a teenage girl who helps out her local landscaper while she's at like university, helping him get more jobs, right? Or you could have like a service that end to end connected them with buyers, right? And then they can focus on the thing that they do, which is like I do landscaping, I do home services of some kind, right? Um, yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
You're providing a service without like actually, you know, having to sell that buyer on the service because that you're connecting them with buyers, right? And the same thing, vice versa. The buyer is being provided a service which is match made with a home service provider
yeah.
without actually having to be sold to. They're just being connected with those home service providers that they want to transact with. right? And then
Yeah,
you
for
monetize
sure.
similar to Uber or similar to like Fiverr or similar to any of these websites that are like marketplace based
Yeah.
apps, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer.
We'll see
Really good
how it
idea.
goes.
All right, dude. Let's
Um,
call it. We're on the hour. This was fun. Let me know when you're ready to jam next. I'm gonna keep going for a little
Sweet.
bit here off stream, but yeah. So I'll show you what I come up with in Slack.
Okay. Okay,
All
sounds
right.
good.
See you then, man. Bye.
See ya. Bye.